Welcome everyone to a casted game for Age of Empires 4! And today spawning in on the west side of the map, playing in blue, we've got Muhodo playing as the Tughlaq dynasty. And up against him today spawning in on the east side of the map, playing in red, we've got Jiff Music playing as the Golden Horde. Welcome everyone to Cliffside. As always, hope you guys are having a great morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And what's snazzy about this opening for the Tughlaq dynasty is he's got 3 worker elephants working hard to pick up sheep. Oh well, to be fair, he's got 2 worker elephants looking to pick up sheep, and 1 that is getting the meat from the sheep because they're dropping it off. Now, one thing to bear in mind, the villagers here aren't close to the town centre for a very specific purpose. You do not want those villagers dropping food off at the town centre. You want them dropping off at the worker elephant because this actually gives you bonus to all the resources dropped off. I believe it's 5%, which is very, very nice. I mean, obviously, it's better than nothing. So you always want to be dropping off resources on elephants if you can. Now, on the other side of the map, with the Golden Horde, it's an interesting civilization. It's a civilization that really comes online in sort of the mid-castle age timings, like 20, 25 minutes. They can really start to ramp up production very, very smoothly. Courtesy of the fact that they double produce most things. You've got double production of villagers, double production of army, you name it. It's kind of curious though, because it kind of alters the mechanics, but I don't know how much of a buff it really is, because, alright, you double produce, you get 2 villagers for 37 seconds, but if you're most other civilizations, you get a villager in 20 seconds. Now, you think 2 is better, you know, obviously, usually it would take you 40 seconds, it's taking them 37 seconds for the Golden Horde, but don't forget, the kind of issue is that, well, after 20 seconds of the 37 seconds, halfway through roughly, you could have had a villager working for you, right? Gathering resources. Now, 20 seconds worth of mining is around, well, you can get about 40 food or 40 of a resource in a minute. So a third of that, well, it's not huge amounts, but 12, 15 sort of resources in that time frame is, I don't know, it feels like it adds up. But I guess over time, the 37 seconds or 3 seconds of savings is very, very nice. What is also very, very nice for Muhodo and the Tughlaq dynasty is the Dome of the Faith, the landmark which will unlock the ability to get cheaper healing elephants. And that, by the way, they also attack, which is kind of what's crazy about them. What's also crazy, by the way, if you guys have been watching the videos recently, I was running a bit of an experiment on YouTube, which is that, well, how much do comments actually change how many impressions that YouTube pushes videos out to? Turns out it's a lot. Because what I asked you guys to do is just drop down your favorite emoji, and I noticed that videos that I did that on actually got pushed out a lot more. So, my humble request, completely free, if you've been enjoying the content, whenever you can, do just drop a favorite emoji, comment, or just a random question, or anything you want to talk about, to be fair. It all helps me out very, very much. Now, the other side of things, it's going to be going for the golden... Well, the golden tent's going to be getting the building cards. Go to the feudal age, which gives them a card which you can basically transfer into a military building. So expecting to see some aggression out for the Golden Horde nice and early. Kind of curious to see how this matchup pans out. Well, what we do see is a lot of villagers going on stone here for Muhodo. There's 2 possible reasons, and we've seen 2 possible builds. An extra town centre is always quite nice for the Tughlaq dynasty. It's quite hard to punish. Sometimes we do stick with 1 town centre, but we go for a Tughlaqabad fort. Man, I love saying that. The Tughlaqabad fort. And it's pretty cheap. 425 stone. It's relatively, I mean, it's pretty decent at what it does. It's obviously a defensive structure. Kind of like a mini keep. And what's really good about it is you can get the, you get special governors that give you certain bonuses. We'll talk about that a bit later because there's quite a lot to unpack there. In fact, to be fair, well, we'll cover the ones that he goes for, if he does go for, but I do have an overview of the Tughlaq dynasty, which goes through all the governors. But maybe we'll get through them today in today's cast, who knows. Now, he's already queued up a healer elephant really nice and early. In case he's up against some aggression, he's going to be able to heal his villagers on up. Now, he's actually only collected... No, to be fair, that's enough stone for even a second town centre, but it's not got any wood. So it must be a Tughlaqabad fort somewhere, because he wouldn't move out his base without the wood, right? But where are these villagers going? On gold, maybe, to protect that with the Tughlaqabad fort? I mean, it doesn't really look like it. I mean, why would he go this far forward? Oh my god, he's doing it! Okay, this is crazy. He's going for a Tughlaqabad fort rush. It's something that I was thinking about that can be done. I have not seen anyone do it because I thought it was crazy. I don't know how this is... I mean, it could work, to be fair. He's got the healer elephant, right? So he's got 10 villagers, but he doesn't have textiles. Now, some of you guys might know, I was prone to doing the odd white tower rush or so. Yeah, you know, in more darker times, I was doing the white tower rush, and I'd usually always get textiles, but he hasn't got it here today. And the reason why this is quite risky is because Jiff Music, as he's doing, he's going to pull all his villagers to fight this off. Now, granted, there is a healer elephant, which will certainly help, but when you've got like 20, I think this is every villager that Jiff Music's got, like 23 villagers up against 10, even with the healer elephant, it's kind of no contest. This Tughlaqabad fort may not go up. This is crazy. I wonder if it is just worth delaying the villagers moving out just for a little while to get textiles. Even then, to be fair, it probably would not have been enough. But this is insane. Like, I don't think he gets this up. It's going to be kind of close. And he is losing a couple of villagers here, Jiff Music. But overall, he will win this. I would have thought, at least. Oh, definitely now with the Keshiks involved. In fact, Jiff Music going to retreat with the villagers so they can go back to gathering resources. And it's killed 8 villagers. That is huge. And this does not go... Wait, does it go up? I don't think it does. Keshiks are there. And don't think the Keshiks heal. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing going to kill the Keshiks here. And... Oh, okay, no, this is not good. This is not good for Muhodo. He's got to send more villagers. Okay, he is. He's doing it. And he's sending the worker elephants too. I still don't know if this goes up. He's got to keep the Keshiks close by, though, because that will be close. It just only needs a couple more hits. There's only 3 villagers there. This is insane. He's sending all the villagers. In fact, Muhodo, it kind of has to. He's lost 10 so far, though. But it's coming back out for Jiff Music. This is going to be close. I mean, I think he gets it up, but at what cost? Well, the cost is a lot of villagers, I can tell you that much. Okay, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. Now, Jiff has to actually back away from this situation because he's going to lose some villagers to the arrow fight. And to be fair, I mean, only just went up. Only 2 villagers remained there. And he's going to go for the Governor of Ajmer. This is so good because this gives him free units. This gives him free units. The Emir warriors. So he's just going to basically rally the free units to the enemy's base. In fact, the one's already out. That's crazy. Now, the Emir warrior is boosted up or gains a lot of... he's pretty good when he's around the Tughlaqabad fort. It's supposed to be a defensive perk, by the way. But so when he does get out the range of the Tughlaqabad fort, he does lose some power. He loses some armor, which we may see. Yeah, we just saw the armor drop down there. You can see the -1. And he slows down in movement speed as well by the looks of it. But it's going to be a constant harassment, right? For free. For completely free. Wait. Oh, my... Oh, no. He's doing it again. That's the only reason why I can think he's on stone. He wants a second Tughlaqabad fort. And the crazy situation is, on a map like Cliffside, it's quite hard to get gold. Like, a lot of the gold is in the middle. Like, if he gets a Tughlaqabad fort here, there's very little room for Jiff Music to get gold. And he needs gold for his Keshiks, right? He needs gold for his Castle Age. And these Emir warriors are just going to be a pain in the backside. What a crazy game. He's even got 2 healer elephants now. Now, granted, Jiff Music, you know, he's ahead in economy. He's looking okay, at least economy numbers. But the sheer aggression and the momentum certainly is with Muhodo. Emir warriors. That's the thing, right? Jiff Music always has to pay attention to these Emir warriors. And he's also garrisoning. It's causing idle time for a free unit. That's not too bad for Muhodo. You take that every day. Possibly going to lose the Uvu as well. That's going to be lacking of the stone gathering. He's got a couple in the bank, though. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of Tughlaqabad pop out. Yeah, the constant harassment. That's got to be annoying. And that Uvu will go down in the end. Oh, wait, where are the villages going? Okay, round the right side for berries and wood line. Yikes. The Tughlaqabad fort rush is here, ladies and gents. And it's absolutely wild. Can't believe I'm seeing this. Alright, it's going to add in some barracks units too. Why not? The crazy thing is that even in the next stage, when they do, I guess they're probably eventually going to get there, these healer elephants, they remain really relevant. You can get the sacred sites, even maybe challenge for sacred site victory. In situations like this where maybe you're kind of lacking in economy, sometimes you have to go and win mid-map objectives, like the sacred sites, because it puts a timer in the game. And You know, if your enemy's economy is stronger than yours, well, it doesn't matter unless they can make it count within 10 minutes, which is the timer for the Sacred Site victory. So it's always something to bear in mind in strategy games. When there's like a win condition like that, that puts a timer on the game, your enemy, you know, the economy has to pay for itself back before that time, otherwise it's just pointless. The question is, what's he going to go for here in terms of governor? A couple of options. I mean, this would be, I think the governor of Sehwan could be quite good because it heals, the healer elephants gather a bit of a bonus on the units that heals extra damage. We'll come back to that tooltip in a second, but yeah, essentially any unit that the healer elephant heals, they get some increased stats in terms of damage that they do. The healer elephants should get out of there. Let's take a quick look at that again. So yeah, units healed by healer elephants gain 10%, 15%, 20% damage for 10 seconds. The situation where you are getting a lot of healer elephants, yeah, it's going to come in handy. In fact, what did he choose? He's not chosen anything just yet. I'm sure he will soon. It could just be torching down this fortified outpost because it has arrow slits in it. Instead, it just wants to raid the wood line, which is understandable. So for sure, it's causing a lot of idle time. I think it just has to locate. Yeah, it's going to go for another wood line. Because bear in mind, like the Gur, it's an expensive thing. Like, you can't just keep producing them. It's not like you can pack them up like the Mongols can. Alright, he's going to choose the... Yeah, he's going to go for the Governor Sehwan, and that's going to give him the extra damage of those units. Also, if he does get relics and sacred sites, get him extra gold too. Oh, loses the scout, so a bit of vision lost. I don't know if he's got enough to fight this. Because in terms of damage, like, the heat elephant only does 16 damage. He's going to go for the compound of the defenders. Actually managing to get to the castle stage behind this. What an absolutely crazy strategy. And that's going to reduce the stone cost of buildings by 20%. So what you're telling me is that the Tughlaqabad fort is going to be even cheaper. This is... Oh, you can tell what's going to happen, right? You can tell. He's going to go for sacred sites. I mean, you got to, right? Just get Tughlaqabad fort on the sacred sites. You can get the healer elephants to capture them. And you're in a good position. Because they're going to be so cheap. Alright, but... thankfully for the Golden Horde, he did actually get the carts, right? So he's actually managed to get production buildings. It saves a lot in this sort of situation when you just need units. The Spearman is going to be helpful. What it does allow the Tughlaq dynasty, though, to do in the castle age is just go full crossbowman, really, because that'll counter everything that's here, and it's going to counter everything that the Golden Horde will want to do in the castle age. Like, he can't go for heavily armored units in the castle age, because by then, the crossbow mass would have reached a big amount. But of course, lots of things to juggle, because there's also the Tughlaqabad fort to go on the sacred sites, and sacred site victory if he so wishes to go for that strategy, which I would be surprised if he didn't. 340 stone for a Tughlaqabad fort right now. That is insane. Spearman coming on the forward position as well, just to add the reinforcements. Now we'll lose a couple more villagers here. Villagers will garrison. Try to body block with the worker elephant. Didn't quite manage it. Oh, another village coming out though. Yeah, I need spearmen here for sure. This guy just idling the wood line. And he's struggling for food now as well. I'm just waiting for the moment that Muhodo decides to send villagers onto stone once again. Like, he does have to be careful here though. This is not enough. He's going to lose an elephant for sure. Yeah, this round comes in. He loses one pretty cheaply. That's a big pull off there for GIF Music. These things are expensive. You should get both actually. Well, this is a bit rough. He will lose a spearman or two, but it's definitely worth it. Goes down. I think GIF Music's starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game again, actually. All things considered. He's way ahead in economy. He isn't aged down, though. So that does hurt a little bit. He's going out to food on the deer. There's not really any sort of mobile units here for Muhodo. He's got one relic coming in to his base. Probably looking to get a couple more, too. Oh, Keshiks will snipe out this Imam, unfortunate for him. Absolutely insane game. Could potentially get the sacred site in the south, but obviously he doesn't see what we see, which is everything. Alright, looks like he's stabilizing here, GIF Music, but he's having to rely on the stockyards for food. Whereas Muhodo's still on sheep, would you believe? I mean, he's probably going to need to transition onto the deer, which is not unexpected. Speaking of deer, he's got some deer food right here. Things have calmed down a bit, but it's still a bit chaotic in terms of where things are. Lost 15 villages in total here, Muhodo. He's far, far behind on economy. But, you know, in terms of gather, let's take a look at the gather rates actually, because he's way ahead in food, pretty good on gold, and he's pretty neck and neck on wood as well. What is going on? Chief Music has 11 more extra villagers, but things are just not really particularly efficient for him. He's having to do a lot of running around with the villagers at times. Granted, there is one relic in play for Muhodo. That's going to be helpful for sure. These Amir warriors, constant harassment. Okay, he's going to go for man-at-arms instead of crossbows. Interesting choice, because the Keshiks are still here for the Golden Horde. They can work well against man-at-arms. Yeah, we'll see. Kind of expecting to see crossbows, but Relic's coming on in. It's going to be really nice for him. Oh, look at that. The presence of mind just to get one man-at-arm on this area here. Pushing all of these villagers back. Holy smokes. The Emir warrior is still going through. Sort of stabilized though, all things concerned. Alright, where are we going now? I mean, the fact is, Muhodo's got 2 relics in the bag already, 2 more on the way. That's a big chunk of relic gold coming in. And that's why his income is so high. There's one more relic. Oh, gonna lose his cavalry here, all 3. Nice pick off there by Muhodo. That was most of Jif's forward army. But yeah, Jif's obviously in retreat mode, understandably so, but with all this map control, Muhodo has really got the rub of the green in terms of relic numbers. One more here on the right side, which probably should be his as well, just because of where it's located. On the right side of the map, behind those Tughlaqabad forts. Still got control of the west side as well. The trouble for Jif Music is going to be gold. Like, he doesn't really have any gold mining. And that's a problem. Because that means there's no way of really getting huge amounts of armored units. Now, he is on the way to the Castle Age. But the unfortunate thing for the Golden Horde is it takes them forever to get there. Well, not quite forever, but a long time. 2 minutes, 5 seconds. And so that's a lot of resources invested into something that's not really getting him anything for the next 2 minutes. Obviously, after that, it would be helpful to have, no doubt about it. Spearman kind of running into trouble here. I mean, not a great fight for Muhodo, but he'll have to take it now anyway because there are Keshiks involved. He'll trade off as much as he can. Ah, yeah, he's on stone again. I can't quite see where he is on stone, but he is definitely on stone. Must be back at home. And that means only one thing you can imagine. I'm pretty sure Muhodo's not thinking about another town centre. No. I don't think he does that kind of stuff. I think what he does is goes for Tughlaqabad forts. The question is, where does he go with it? It's got to be sacred sites, right? He's got 2 of them already. Third one probably going to be on the way. Now, Muscovy Yasak coming in for the Golden Horde, which will allow him to get extra ranged armor of the heavy infantry, which is nice for sure. I mean, he has no choice, right? There's literally no point. Well, not no point, actually, to be fair. You could go for Relic Uvus for the extra 20% gold on your, rather, 20% extra stone on your Uvu. But, you know, you can't get any relics at this point, so it's going to be limited to however many Uvus he can build, and he can't really because he can't get on the map. Oh, another Tughlaqabad fort right in his face this time. I wonder if he's got textiles this time. He doesn't believe in it. And Sacred Site victory approaching. We talked about this. He set the timer. And he's got Tughlaqabad forts set up. And then once these are set up, all he needs to do is just pump out as much army. Full committal to the Castle Age play. Full committal to the Sacred Site victory. What does he go for the next governor? That's what I kind of want to know. Quite a few options. Cavalry, not really. Don't think he's going to go for that. Not really the food, doesn't want economy. Town centers gain production speed, not really. Maybe the cost of researching technologies? Possibly. I guess it's probably the best bet. We'll see what he decides to do. Could get some emplacements on these things. Or does it apply to placements, actually? No, it doesn't apply to emplacements, so, okay, fair enough. But unit technologies would be nice to have. Because they are a bit more expensive for the Tughlaq dynasty, but a lot quicker to research. There's not enough wood here either. One main wood line actually on this map. This feels like a perfect map to do the strategy as well. And he has got an emplacement here. Springald. And the fort is up. He's going straight for the stone once again. Absolutely crazy play. The thing is, he has to deal with this army, and then he has to deal with the Tughlaqabad forts, and then he can decap the sacred site. That's a lot of change to the process. He's sending scholars. Yeah, he has got crossbows now. So there's a mixture of man-at-arms, crossbows. And that's an army that's going to be very hard to deal with. He's actually caught up. I mean, the constant raiding with the Emir warriors has done him wonders. He's actually caught up in the village account. Wait, he's even got a trebuchet. How is he affording all of this absolute madness? He's got so much gold in the bank. I mean, that's how he's doing it, right? He's got so much gold in the bank. I mean, if he's got a marker, he can just trade it in as well. He does. And all this gold is coming from the 5 relics, 3 sacred sites, and also the governor of Sehwan. This one under fire there from a trebuchet from the Golden Horde. Fully garrisoned. Would be nice to have his army here. They are heading there with the crossbows. This maybe it doesn't go down. No, he's going to repair it as well. He's got stone in the bank to do it. No problems at all. This one's gone up. Let's go for the golden tent. I mean, he could even get a landmark victory if this keeps on going like this. Of course, the main winning objective here certainly will be the sacred site victory. He's got to deal with the trebuchet though. Although, I mean, does he? Because he's got so much income. He could probably repair this indefinitely. Though less than ideal. Would want to try and deal with that trebuchet if he can, but all of this is buying him time. 7 minutes almost. Now, a lot of the blacksmith upgrades are in. Look at that. Look at the blacksmith upgrades. Absolutely phenomenal compared to GIF Musics, which are essentially non-existent. I don't think he has a blacksmith at this point. And he might even use the golden tent, which is kind of crazy, because if he does, that's only going to be one more landmark remaining. Gonna retreat back to the Tughlaqabad fort. Although this is a good fight for GIF. Or maybe not so much if it's underneath the Tughlaqabad fort. He's going to take it anyway, it seems. I think this is a good trade. There's 2 healer elephants here. Man-at-arms tanking heavily. The crossbows will be great at taking out the Keshiks. And the spearmen at that. Does have a couple of these Kharash, which will be increasing the armor of these allied units. I don't think he has enough. I actually think GIF Music doesn't have enough, which is crazy. 6 minutes on the sacred site timer. He's getting so much gold in. And there's no way to deal with this. Yeah, he's losing his army. The Tughlaqabad fort working. The golden tent about to go down. There's so many crossbows. Yeah, full crossbows was certainly the right call, and he's done it. The army barely in existence there for the Golden Horde. And how can he produce more? He's got no gold access pretty much. What an absolute struggle. What an absolute mayhem of a game. And there it is. GG gets called. What a cracking game of Age of Empires 4. Something we've not seen in a long, long time. We've seen the White Tower Rush from the English. Now we're seeing the Tughlaqabad Fort Rush for the Tughlaq Dynasty. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Take care and see you next time.